Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Hosted by David Thomas, Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, and Jason Boyette. Brought to you by First Bank and Kincaid Service Company. Let's get ready to talk some sports. Here are your hosts, David, Bill, Kenny, and Jason.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I'm David Thomas, Mr. Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, Jason Boyette. We're here to talk some Bedford County sports. College football season starts today. We're going to dive into that.
Thank goodness.
And then we got some pro news that Bill's about to jump out of his skin over here to talk about it.
Yes,
and I'm ready to receive.
Hey, speaking of receiving, I've got a gift from Todd Bobo for you, Coach Parker.
All right. Thank you, brother.
This is
Todd.
a beloved item right now. Read it off for us, Kenny.
Yes, Todd Bobo, Rule 31 mediator.
That's a big deal.
All right.
That's
Rule
a big deal
31, that's the trivia question today.
Rule 31 mediator is a very important position in our legal system, and Todd Bobo is the man for the job.
All right.
No question about it.
Ain't
All
no
right.
doubt.
Before we go and take a break from our sponsors,
Former
Bill, you've got
player of mine.
Yep. We got two
trivia questions.
Two trivia questions. Why don't you give us one?
Let's do
The
one.
first one right here before we get
All right,
into
guys.
our sponsors.
In our lifetime, it's pretty much been John Ward, Bob Kessling, and now Mike Keith. And Mike Keith takes over as the voice of the Vols.
Okay. Yeah, it don't sound right, but
it's here. What year did John Ward make his debut as the voice of the Vols for Tennessee football? What year was it? And before, when you all Twitter this up, be careful how you Twitter it up.
Twitter.
I had some buddies of mine Twitter it up, and they came up with an answer that's not the right answer.
I
For
didn't
football,
Twitter it up.
You did not.
You,
For
you,
football?
I didn't Twitter
For
it up.
football. What year
I'm
did he
going to
start?
ask this question. Was football before basketball?
That's cheating. That's cheating.
It was
Okay.
mid to late 1960s.
Well, that's back before I was born.
And it was Lindsey Nelson before it was John Ward, I believe.
I believe you're right.
You are correct, Jason. Very impressive. You got
That's
Smokey.
before
That's
you
back
older
before
than
my
I am,
time.
man.
You
Yeah,
got
you're
Smokey
older
on
than I
that
am.
shirt, and it's for a good reason.
So,
That's
yeah,
right.
so it would have been mid 60s, late 60s, 67-ish, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Man, you know how you can tell a true UT fan. He dresses like that right there.
That's right.
That's
Oh,
him.
hey, I tell you what, this Scott Spray messaged me this morning and said,
That's
"Go
big
Vols."
shirt. Yeah.
He said, "Go Vols." I
Hey,
said,
that's
"Scott."
Balls. That's got
He's
the
right
big
here.
ball.
Yeah, look at that.
That's
I said,
pretty
"Scott, I'm
neat.
gonna wear a shirt just for you today."
Boy, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's got about
That's some of
1,000
that
little
high dollar
balls
stuff,
on it.
Bill.
Yeah, it
I would
is.
say it's
It
wild
is.
ball.
Look at
You
that.
think so?
Yeah.
It's got the mouse's ear on
You
it.
think that's a
everything
little
right there.
above his grade?
I think
to
it's
pick
above his
out?
She did buy
I
me.
think your wife
She
bought
did
it.
buy me this shirt.
Right.
Yeah,
All right, will he wear that the third Saturday in October?
Scott,
Yes,
Hey,
I hope. I hope.
Scott Spray is already here talking
Scott.
balls.
All right,
He's saying
Scott.
50-20 today.
Whoa,
Go
wow.
Tennessee.
Whoa.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and we'll dive into our local high school scores and talk about some of the situations that took place last night. And we're going to thank our sponsors, First Bank, here in Shelbyville on Madison Street. Great bunch of folks to do business with. Go check them out. We also have
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
Where's-
Let me tell you my story about Kincaid this weekend. I
Okay.
had to call them.
Yeah.
My dryer went out. I called them. The next day they were there. Fixed it. My wife was tickled to death. And my dryer's brand new, but I called them. They were there
Hey.
the next day to fix it.
Kincaid Service Company. Service is their middle name, and they
Exactly.
dropped the service right on
They
you.
was right on
Yeah.
top
Right.
of us.
We're going to come right back after we hear from our sponsors, and we're going to dive into some high school football scores and talk about the games in depth. We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid is everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
Go Tennessee.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live, and we've got some scores. Bill, do you want us to start off? Let's talk about our win for the
Yeah, let's talk about the win. Cascade 17, Moore County 10. When's the last time Cascade beat Moore County? It's been a minute.
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, Kenny, you were there.
I was
Give
there.
us a brief rundown of what took place.
I thought Cascade played well. It was a good football game. Moore County got the opening kickoff, had a really good drive, went in, had it first and goal. On third down, they threw a touchdown pass, but they got called for holding. Cascade, the defense stood up and they got the ball back with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. So that first drive was a clock burner. Second play in the second quarter, Cascade throws a touchdown pass, go up 7-0. Kick off Moore County, he runs it all the way back for a touchdown, but had a holding penalty. So they moved it back. Cascade stopped them. Moore County punted. Cascade went in, kicked the field goal, go up 10-0. Moore County gets the ball back. Doesn't do a whole lot, but Moore County's lone touchdown was the last play of the first half. Cascade had 2 opportunities to sack the quarterback. Let him get out of both of them, and he throws one deep in the end zone. Young man catches it. They kick an extra point. It's 10-7 at halftime. Cascade gets open and kick off second half. They march it down, score a touchdown, and go up 17-7. Moore County gets it. They move, kick a field goal. Now it's 17-10. Cascade moves the ball a little bit. We get into the fourth quarter now. They turn it over on downs. Moore County moves a little bit. Cascade intercepts it. Looks like they're going to run it in for a touchdown, but they don't. And Moore County stops them. Unfortunately for Moore County, they're next to the last. They had the ball with about 5 minutes left to go in the game with an opportunity to tie it. They'd have to go about 80 yards. There's a flag come out for roughing the passer on third down, and I don't know where it came from. But anyway, give them a first down. About 4 plays later, it's Moore County quarterback rose to his left, and young man got hurt. I mean, nobody touched him. His just leg went out from under him. Didn't look good with his ankle. That was on like 2nd and 9. Backup quarterback comes in. They sack him, get the ball back. Cascade, when the time runs out, they got the ball on the 4-yard line, ready to score again, but they don't score. So it's a very impressive quarterback. Yeah, very good win. Quarterback threw for almost 200 yards. I think he was 4 or 5 yards short of 200, and ran for like 107, 108. Zimmerman had a very good complimentary. Couple of receivers did a good job. It was a good win.
Sounds like it was a good defensively played ball game.
Well, both teams were able to move the ball, but it was I guess
from 20 to 20.
Yeah, from 20. But it was a good. I mean, it was a good game to watch.
Yeah,
it was a good game to watch. I think Cascade come out of it injury free, but you know, I hope the Moore County quarterback. He's a good ball player too, and I hope he's okay. But they go to Summertown this week. Cascade goes to Summertown. Summertown had a big win last night. They beat Wayne County, so it's gonna be a big game for them.
All right,
2-0.
Good start to the year for Coach Karkoff and the champions. Glad to see that happen. They're starting to get a little momentum here, so hopefully they'll keep it rolling next week. Get out and support the champions next week. We had community travel to Eagleville, and we didn't get a good outcome on that. It was 42-0. Eagleville obviously is a little bit better than what
kind of saw that coming a little bit. It was 63-6 last year. The Eagle was really, really good.
They did. Eagleville, I mean, here's the thing about community. Gave up another kickoff return for a touchdown.
That
That's
kills you.
2 weeks in
Yeah.
a row,
Yeah.
and that's tough.
It is.
You know, we always second guess Grooms.
Yeah.
Maybe now we know why he onside kicked it so
Right.
much.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
good point.
Yep.
Good point, because that's hard to return
Mhm.
when you
Yeah.
when you putting it right there in a pile. So next week, it looks like they take on Huntland. Is
Huntland.
that right?
And Huntland, the way I understand, is improved. They've got some transfers in from Franklin County,
Yes.
and they gave Chapel Hill, they
Uh-huh.
gave Forest
Yeah, it was a
everything they
close
wanted.
ball
38
game last
20.
night.
Mhm.
So they will be playing at home.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
the
looks
only
like
home.
Cascade will be going to
Yeah.
Summertown. So
Community Huntland's only
Yeah.
game in the county
Yeah.
this week.
all right, let's move on to Shelbyville Central. Last night they went over to Marshall County and played there. I'm gonna call this sort of a rival. It's turned into a rival over the
Yeah,
past few
I
years. A
agree.
lot of dog fights, and
Yeah.
last night was another one, Bill.
It was.
Final score 30-21. But Shelbyville had the game.
That's misleading because
Yeah.
Very
Shelby was
misleading.
winning.
Yes.
I was trying to
40
keep up
seconds
with
to
it.
go, we were ahead.
Yeah,
Yep. And here's one thing that happened there at the end. And this Shelbyville's defense played really well in this ball game. A big improvement from last week
Yeah,
on
very
both
good.
sides.
Both sides of the ball.
On
I agree.
defense,
all right.
we held them to a field goal on their first drive. And well, let's see. If I go back and play, we had them stopped.
Actually,
We
on
had
the
them
first
stopped,
drive, we had it in 4th and 11, and we jump offside
Twice.
2 times in a row.
and they went for it. Okay, that's a killer.
That's a killer.
But
That's
then
a
we held them
big-
to a field goal one time when they were driving early in the game. What was it? 10-7 at the half.
10-7.
10-7 at the half. We were right where we wanted to be, very much like last week.
Very
What
much,
happens
yeah.
in the second half
Yeah.
was a lot different this week.
Went
Stephen
right
had
out
a
and went
great-
right down the field and scored.
Stephen had a great 4th down pass. We're down 7-7,
Yes.
tied to get 7-0.
Good throw.
Hit Xavier Jordan right on a 4th down throw. It was
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah, he caught
the
it
game.
right in his hands. It was a great throw and catch there. We had a couple of key turnovers late in the game that cost us, and it's one of those things where you throw a timing pass, and the receiver reads one thing, quarterback reads another, and it's interception. Okay,
Everyone's got to be on the same page.
that's right. And then we had a fumble that stopped us. That set them up pretty good, but our defense really played good under that pressure.
I agree.
So we were in it to win it at the end, and just we had a chance with 40.
I think it's 40 seconds or so when they scored.
Yeah, and we had a chance then, and we were moving the ball, and we just had a slip up.
Had a pretty
turnover.
good kick return.
Yeah.
Got out to about the 30.
Yeah,
Had a couple of good
And
plays. there.
I hear that what you're talking about was just one spectacular play by the Marshall County kid.
Well,
like there's a one-handed somebody.
no,
Oh,
it was
okay.
just right. It was
It was a
right
hot
there.
pass. I mean,
Yeah.
it was coming
It
in
was
hot.
hot.
I was
Yeah.
surprised
Right.
he caught it.
Yeah.
And then he run it back.
It was surprising he caught
Made
it,
it
and
look worse.
it's one of those plays where he kind of slipped underneath the pattern,
Okay.
and Stephen was fixing to hit somebody to take it out of bounds and
The
stop.
guy
the
did
clock.
make a good play, though. He
Yeah,
did make a
and he
good
came
play,
from
yeah.
just kind of dropped back and just snagged it,
Got you. Okay.
and it was.
I couldn't believe he caught it because that ball was
I
coming
know.
pretty fast. It
And
was on
then
him.
we had every chance in the world to tackle him and miss tackles, getting him down, and he ran all the way. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't believe that just happened. But the game was over
I
with
was
the
gonna say, at that
interception
point,
anyway.
they're just like,
But
Nothing like the Hightower family from Marshall
Oh,
County.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
Another
they keep
Hightower. That
coming.
he's good.
they keep
That
I
coming.
think that's the
Hightower
nephew.
kid is
I think
good.
he's the nephew.
Yep. They just keep
He's
showing
played
up.
well.
Wide
special.
receiver, though.
They're a good team. I think Shelbyville turned the corner this week. They played well.
We didn't
Um,
give up the wheel route. Did you notice
No,
that?
we didn't.
They had it covered.
Yeah,
So
it was-
where they
it
the
was-
last 2
yeah.
years, they've run it 8, 12 times, 10, 12 times, and they didn't hardly run it at all this time because we had it covered.
Good.
They always have a good running back. They
Yep.
always have 2 or 3 good receivers, which they still
They
had.
still have
I
that.
thought we did an excellent job of covering them for the most part last night.
How to do
We
with
had some
quarterback.
breakups.
And he
He's
Mr.
the real.
Football's
He's
He's
the
a real
real
deal.
deal.
Pretty good.
Like we
And
played
in that
earlier.
last drive that they scored on, he scored the winning touchdown running the ball some. I mean, he would
But
run.
something that continues to hurt us. And we've got a hurt kicker. I get it. But we keep giving the other team the ball at the 40-yard line virtually on every kickoff. And that's hard on your defense.
Sure.
If you're going to
Yeah.
give it somebody the ball at darn near midfield.
Well, you know, in the NFL, it's hard to give it at the 35, but it's. I mean,
Right. That's tough.
that's
It
exactly
opens the
right.
playbook up.
Oh, exactly.
If you're on the
I
20,
agree.
it's different set of play calling than it
Absolutely.
is on the 35 or
I
40.
agree.
But one thing I want to talk about last night, guys, I have sat at home before watching football games on TV. And I said, well, that was stupid. That was a dumb call. Why'd you call that play? Why'd you do that? And then we're all guilty of it. When
Sure,
we
we're
get into a
second
ball
guess.
game,
Yeah.
we're going to second guess. And Kenny, you've been on the sidelines coaching, and sometimes I'm sure you second guess
Second
yourself.
guess myself.
Exactly. All right. So last night I saw something that I hadn't seen before, or I haven't. I don't guess I've been up close to it before. But there were a lot of adults on the sidelines really doing some things that shouldn't take place at a high school football game, any football game, as far as that goes.
Anything around kids.
But when you got kids
in public,
involved,
period.
there was just some instances, and I just want to encourage everybody, when we go to a high school or a youth league or a middle school football, we're the adults. We need to
gotta
act
be
like the adults.
Exactly.
And they're learning. These kids are learning, and what they see, they repeat. And last night, there was just some stuff going on that just shouldn't be. And
It's
and I just want to encourage everybody, when you go, hey, you can second guess a coach's call because he's just second guessing himself. But you know what? Just like we were talking about before, every play's got a design for some reason. But the execution, there's an opposing team out there that's going to stop it.
and
you
they're designed to do the same thing.
You call a play, Kenny, that you might second guess. Oh, it scored a touchdown. You look like a hero.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gets stopped in the backfield, you look silly. Okay.
You call the same play 2 times in a row with 2 totally different outcomes.
So
Definitely leave the kids out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, they're
but
all
we
friends.
had an individual on the fence verbally threatening all the coaching staff and the head coach, talking to the cheerleaders, screaming to kids on the field, and finally he was escorted out. And not soon enough. It should have started. It should have happened. A lot went on too long, and I think. And there were some other adults there trying to de-escalate it, but it just kept
good.
on.
I mean, at least
and
we had
finally,
you had some people there.
Yeah, there were other spectators.
Good.
And I think we've got to do a better job of identifying stuff like that and reporting it quicker, because you don't know how.
The thing about it is, we always say when the kids get out on the field, we want them to, they're representing our community, they're representing our school, they're representing their families. Well, the spectators on the sideline, they represent the same people.
Yeah.
They're representing the school, they're representing themselves, they represent the community, and
Got to have some class.
here's
Exactly.
And one thing I always told our coaches, when we call a play and a kid messes up on the field, think he done it on purpose?
Right.
Of course not.
Did he do it on purpose? If he done it on purpose, he deserved to be chastised. Bring him out. But they don't do it on purpose.
No,
They're out there trying to win a game.
exactly.
And it don't always go the way you want it to go.
No, and the thing about this whole situation is that you've got these kids hearing all this stuff, and you've got. I mean, people get disappointed when we don't score, or a play doesn't go out right, and there's always some talk and mumbling and carrying on. But when it goes to the point of where you're actually making threats to the coach, I'll just maybe parents get disappointed with the coach or whatever. But I'll say this as a parent, and I've got grown kids. But if I had a kid right now playing football in Bedford County, I would feel very comfortable with all 3 of our county programs to put my kid in there and understand they're going to be taught. They're going to be taught football, but more importantly, they're going to be taught life lessons.
Life lessons,
and
that's the thing.
How many
Life
times
lessons.
do you hear that on our coaches' practice fields, and even during games? It's about life.
It's winning a game is fun, and that's what you want to do, but it's what you learn out there that's going to make you a better person.
Right.
And I hate it for the kids. I hate it for the community. It just looks bad for Bedford County.
Yeah.
Bedford County sports in general.
Yeah.
And we don't. That's not condoned anywhere. It shouldn't be.
No. So I just encourage everybody.
Yeah.
Just remember, these kids have worked hard. These coaches don't get paid nothing, and they're out there.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say nothing,
It's-
what I'm talking about, what they
it's
get is
minimal.
nothing.
That's right.
It's very minimal.
Especially when
they
they
do
have-
it because they love it.
When they have to put up with what you're
Yes,
saying.
exactly. When they love it, and they're educators. And just seeing that though changed my attitude about how I view our coaching staff. They're top-notch folks.
I'm laughing right now, but my wife always tells me, you used to have to turn around and tell your daddy and your granddaddy to hush.
Well, everybody gets excited about a game and is passionate. We want to win.
Mhm.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
And it was disappointing to go there and lose, but I felt like we didn't just lose a ball game. We kind of lost our minds for a second, a little bit.
And who we are.
Yeah. And I'm not saying the crowd. No, the crowd was great.
Good.
and the kids were great.
Good.
The coaches were great. It could have not been great
Right.
with all that.
Extracurricular.
Yeah, and it was so.
Mhm.
But I just want to encourage. If we're over 18, let's act like it.
Everybody,
Let's like we're adults.
everybody.
You know?
It don't matter if we
Yeah.
go to a football field, we go into Walmart, we go into Hardee's, we're walking up, we go to the horse show tonight.
Yeah.
Let's represent ourselves.
I will say the admin and the SROs that came, they did do a great job.
Very good.
I'm afraid what happened on that, it wasn't communicated quick enough to them.
Right.
I mean, I think the spectators and the people around thought that they could handle it. It just didn't. It just
Right.
kept on. But hey, it eventually did.
Mhm.
And thank the good Lord that
Right.
it ended
It
the
worked
way it
out
did.
all right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else high school wise? You got some
Go
more
some more
scores?
scores.
Coffee Bowl, Tullahoma 57, Coffee County 23.
That
Tullahoma
running
for
back,
real.
at Johnson Kid,
Yeah.
I heard on the radio today, ran for 2, caught 2, and run a kickoff back for 2.
I bet he had a
scored
lot
five.
of
Last
yards.
week against us.
Yeah. Running wild.
Does
Lincoln
he have any
County.
college offers?
I'm sure he will.
He will.
Lincoln County beat Independence 23-21, 2 straight upset wins for the
Yes.
Falcons.
Mhm.
Nolensville 23, Summit 21. Gallatin beat Franklin, our next opponent, 23-20. Smyrna, Coach Williams got a big win, 31-20 over Hendersonville. Good
Right.
for him. Brentwood Academy put it on Brentwood, 45-21.
Mhm.
Clarksville Northwest 14, Wilson Central 45, Centennial 48, Fairview 22, Ravenwood 22, Lipscomb Academy 21. That's surprising that Lipscomb Academy played a much.
They said Lipscomb Academy is pretty good. They've got a transfer quarterback come in, and he's supposed to be the real
Yeah,
deal.
there's a lot of college
Yeah.
players playing in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lipscomb brings them in. They pay their coach like what, $200,000 or something.
Right.
Forest 38, Huntland 20. How about this one? Giles County 27, Henry County 14.
Giles County can play.
They're the
Oh, yeah.
real deal.
Giles County, but I mean, they put up big numbers on page last week.
They did too.
Yeah.
They did. Gordonsville 17, Watertown 6, Sequatchie County 29, Signal Mountain 7, Oakland 49, Huntington, West Virginia 0.
At Huntington, West Virginia,
Yeah.
they went on the road to do that.
And Battle Creek played their second game as a program last night. Got beat by Columbia,
Mm-hmm.
50-something to 12.
Pretty bad, yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So Columbia's rolling.
So next week we got Cascade at Summertown, Shelbyville, you
Franklin.
said at Franklin,
Franklin.
and community host. They'll be at home against Huntland.
Huntland.
Okay,
All right, guys. Let's
get
wind
out.
up.
Let's get out and positively
absolutely
positively support our
cheer them on,
athletes.
encourage
Exactly.
them, and lift these coaches up. Don't beat them down.
That's right.
All right, let's take a break, and we've got a whole lot of comments coming in here on college football. We've had a roll tide, a go Vols, and an anchor down, just back to back to back,
All
and
right,
that's something to
cool.
discuss right there.
There you go.
All right, so before we go, let's hear from our bank, our sponsors, First Bank, and
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
where Service is their middle name. We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid is everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Now we're going to jump into some college. And I know Bill Anderson has probably got the Todd Bobo line sitting over here
I
on
do.
some games.
I have the Todd Bobo
You want to
line.
run over them first, and
I have
then
the
we'll
Todd
jump
Bobo
in.
line.
Let's just
We're
stop
going
and
to predict
talk.
them.
Huh?
We're going to predict the games here.
Oh, I absolutely will.
Tennessee, Syracuse. The Vols are favored by 14.5. The over-under 61.5.
Now you've been saying all up until you always take the under this week. You taking the under?
It's 61. You better believe it.
I'm
There's
taking
not gonna be
absolutely. I would take
61
the under.
points.
That's a
too.
whole
Yes.
lot of
That's
points.
a lot of
Because
points.
it went up.
We ain't gonna
It
score
went
that
up
much.
about
We'll win.
7 or
We'll
8
win.
points since the middle of last week.
Crazy.
What caused that one?
31-17. I'm sticking.
Have we got a hotline where we can call S. Todd and talk to him about this?
We do need to get.
We got a hotline on the
Yeah.
pen.
That's what I was thinking.
There
He's
you
got
go.
his number
It's
on
on the
there.
pen. It's got his number.
There you go.
Mediator.
How about Texas and Oklahoma, Ohio State? It's a shame those games are all at the same time.
Oh, this stinks.
I heard the line has changed. I hear Texas is favorite.
You know why? There was one guy that come in and bet over $500,000.
I saw that.
Oh, is
And
that
it
what
changed
it
the
was?
line.
Okay.
You get enough
Yeah.
money,
All right.
it swaps the line over. Here's an upset possibility today. Toledo's at Kentucky. Toledo's getting 9.5. I'm not sure Toledo can't beat Kentucky. They went down and whipped Mississippi State last year. Toledo's
Yeah.
been good for several years.
Yeah.
If they lose today, Mr. Stoops is in trouble.
Stoops in trouble.
He's
He's
He better win. He
in
better win
trouble.
today.
He's in trouble anyway.
Marshall and Georgia, the line's 39.
It's it's
Alabama, Florida State tied favored by 14 at
That's
FSU.
about right.
Alabama, A&M, Arkansas, the line's 46.5. Chattanooga and Memphis, 27.5. Austin Peay's at MTSU tonight.
yeah. That's let's
And the
go
line
Peay.
is just 9.
That's all
surprise.
right. Austin Peay's have been representing
Yeah.
pretty good in OVC, but they're not OVC no more. Didn't they move? I think I saw
They're in
somewhere
a different conference.
yeah,
now, I think.
they're out of the OVC now.
Charleston South and Jason Boyett's fighting Commodores of Vanderbilt. Line's 37.
We had an anchor down in here.
Yeah, an anchor down.
Let me who?
Coach
Tim
Davis.
Loki.
They're going to win today.
Anchor down.
I'm going to predict they'll win today.
Yeah, I predict they'll win today,
I
too.
hope so.
How about LSU Clemson, guys? That's exciting. Line's up to 4
It is a
now.
great game.
I'm gonna take
Tigers.
LSU in that game.
I hope
Tigers.
so.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
Tigers.
You're gonna take the Tigers.
all the
Okay.
way.
I'm going to
Sitting
take
on
Tigers
Clemson.
all the
sitting
way.
on
I'm going
that
to take
fence,
Clemson.
Kenny.
'Cause I don't
I'm-
think
I'm-
Brian
which
Kelly's won
Tigers?
it over.
I'm going to take Clemson. That's
The
where I-
Bengal Tigers or just the regular Tigers?
No, Clemson Tigers. That's where I went to football camp.
Okay, all right. Well, you got
When
to
I
pull
was
for
in high
them.
school, I
You
got
gotta
to pull
for
for
them. All right.
Clemson.
And Coach Kelly hadn't won an opener since he's been at LSU. He's lost every
I'm
one of them.
taking LSU on this one.
Miami, Notre Dame at Miami. That could be a good ball
It's going
game.
to be a great
It'll
game.
be a
is.
football game.
Georgia
Florida
State,
Dame.
Ole Miss line's 34. Virginia Tech, South Carolina, and Utah versus UC Miko.
Well, that
UCLA.
They're gonna get big.
Line's
is-
5, 6.5.
that South Carolina, Virginia Tech. That's a Monday game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a Monday night game, and
So is the Miko game, I believe. On Monday
somebody's playing. Or is that Sunday?
North Carolina's playing Monday night.
It's
Bill
North
Belichick's
Carolina,
playing
it's
Monday
ECU.
All
night.
right,
That's the
then,
Monday.
then
These are
that's
Sunday
games.
games.
Yeah.
Sunday
Notre
games.
Dame,
Sunday
Sunday, South
Gotcha.
Carolina.
Give you something to do
All right.
after you get back from
We
church.
forgot our trivia question. Repeat the trivia question
Okay.
because Robbie Davis has come on here and give us an answer. He said it was a great question, by the way. So go ahead.
All
What's
right.
Robbie Davis know about UT?
I don't know, but
I'll
he's
tell you a
got-
little story. I was with Robbie Davis in Stokely Athletic Center, which was the basketball arena before the one now. And we ran into John Ward one day, and I've never seen Robbie Davis get paralyzed, but he couldn't even move. He got
You didn't knock him
he was
down.
just
did you?
awestruck.
Oh,
John
really?
Ward said, "How you boys doing today?" And Robbie just froze. Like
Did he
that.
really?
Just froze.
I
Yep.
can't imagine him
He
freezing.
did. He
Did
froze.
he
The
froze?
first time I ever seen him not talk, he just froze.
Wow.
What year did John Ward make his debut as the voice of the Vols in football?
What's
What year
Robbie's
was it?
answer? What's Robbie's answer? Come
Well,
on, Robbie.
He's twittered
All right,
it up.
Robbie
now.
says it was 1965 in basketball, and the voice of the Vols before Ward was
He
George
was.
Mooney.
That's correct.
And football was 68. I
It was
believe.
That is
Mooney.
correct.
There was Lindsey, then Mooney. That's right.
Yeah.
He is right. Robbie
He
Davis
does-
gets
he
it.
does- Robbie Davis does know
1968.
something.
All right, next trivia question going into the pros. We ain't got there yet, but let's just go and throw it out there.
Okay. Titans Oilers history. What team did Bum Phillips, Earl Campbell, and Kenny Stabler end their careers with?
What game?
What team? What team were they a part of?
Is it all the same year? I
Yep.
don't know. Okay.
It is all the same year and it's the same team. That's a trivia question for everybody.
Yep. All right, that's the one that's due on.
Hey, college news real quick. How about this one? Coach Barnes, congratulations, gets a lifetime.
Lifetime.
Okay,
contract
what does
in
that
Tennessee.
mean exactly? As
It
long as
means
he wants
every-
to coach.
every-
Coaches as
every-
long as he wants to.
Every year he gets a 1-year
Right.
extension.
and it's on his terms.
Yep.
Basically, he's going
deserves
to
it.
stay as long as he wants to. I hope he stays another
Good.
10,
Josh
15
Heupel
years.
got his contract extended to 2030. But probably the biggest news of the week is Tristan Keys, the 5-star all-world next generation wide receiver that was going to LSU, flipped to Tennessee. And the reason it appears had to do a lot with Adidas. because Adidas was where he had an NIL deal.
There you go.
I told y'all.
And
Got
here
it
we
right
go.
here. It's
And
all
Adidas
comes
now
back to
is
them.
going to start playing part of maybe Tennessee's NIL bill. And this is this may be one of the
I
biggest
said all
recruits in Tennessee
along,
history.
kids care more about that green than they do what kind of shoes.
Well,
it
we
is.
talk about that. I mean, that's everywhere.
I know.
Yeah.
There's no. The only loyalty now is to the green.
That's
The
it.
green's
That's
all
it.
that matters.
The green. That's all that
It
matters.
dictates.
Well, I'm telling you,
It's-
this receiver right here, if you've not watched him, watch him. He's Jamar Chase. He's Malik Neighbors. He's special.
So now Tennessee's got the number one quarterback and the number one wide receiver. coming
Yes.
in there.
Okay, so
Right.
back in the day, and I'm talking about 70s, 80s, 90s, and in the 2000s, it started fading. But University of Tennessee was a wide receiver university. You had all the great wide receivers all through that time period, and it's just kind of vanished. Maybe this turns it around.
Yeah, you don't. He may just be there 1 year.
That's a
Somebody,
good point.
Yeah.
somebody,
Yeah.
somebody else.
Times
may
have
have-
changed,
That's
that
right.
And he
Yeah.
might
We-
change
we-
his mind here
Yeah.
before he
Could
gets
change.
there.
He could flip again.
He ain't changed yet. He ain't signed yet.
That's right.
You know, that's what I like about Alabama's quarterback is this today.
He
He
stuck it
signed
out.
with Alabama and he's been there for 3 years.
Tennessee boy, too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Martin, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yep.
from Martin, Tennessee. Dad
Dad's a
coaches-
high school football coach.
No,
wasn't he?
Dad's a college coach
At UT Martin. Okay.
All right. So what else we got college wise?
That's probably the biggest recruit. It's just amazing that Tennessee's probably got their best basketball recruit and maybe their best football recruit in history the same year. Nate Mint.
And I heard today on the radio, and this is kudos to how they're scheduling. There's 3 top 10 matchups. So that means 3 teams in the top 10 are going to lose.
Yep.
And 3 teams in the top 10 are going to win.
That's great math,
Okay,
Kenny.
I mean, but that,
That's good,
but
Kenny.
you don't normally get that
No.
right out game week 1.
Especially with these expanded conference games.
Exactly.
It's really shocking that people are still playing these good ball games when you got 8-9 conference games.
What about this SEC scheduling where we're going to get 3?
Uh-huh.
Who y'all think it's going to be? Who's going to be the 3 that everyone gets?
What do
Well,
you mean?
The 3 Tennessee would get you're just going to be Alabama, you would assume, and Vanderbilt. Now, who's the third?
I think Kentucky's the 3rd.
Yeah,
I think the
you're
rest of the
right.
conference is going to
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. It's
But-
changing. They're all going.
We're Kentucky's
Outside-
number one rival.
Well, and I think we may have played Kentucky as Vanderbilt maybe the most years of times. Kentucky's number 2.
Yeah.
It's been. I mean,
If you ask a Kentucky fan, Tennessee's their number one rival.
Well, I
right.
mean,
it's a border state.
Yeah.
well, and they're
Beer
what?
barrel.
It's only a
They're-
couple
they're-
hours
they're-
away.
Old beer barrel.
about to-
Beer barrel.
Just right up
They
I-75.
within 200 miles
Yeah,
of each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Right.
A couple
Yeah.
hours away.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
And the basketball rivalry kind of spills over into the football too.
yeah, it does.
Yes.
And I don't care if they're playing baseball. It's still
Right.
a rival. It's
Yeah.
whatever they're playing. It's a rival.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
I can't wait.
I'm okay with
when
this.
Are we
but
gonna know that?
We've already we said it last week, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm okay going to 9, but take that SEC championship game and get it out of here.
yeah,
Do away
it's-
with it.
yeah, there's no
Useless.
point in it anymore.
There's no
Not with
point
the
in it.
playoffs.
Well, the
no.
good thing about going to 9, and we just talked about it ain't gonna happen. If somebody decides to stay at their school for 4 years,
if yeah.
they're going to be able to play against everybody in the SEC, both at home and on the road, if they choose to play for 4
All right,
years.
we have an answer for our second trivia question. Coach D says the Falcons.
Incorrect.
All right. Mike Evans says anchor down. What's all the anchor down going on? I think
Coach
they're
Edmonds,
throwing
I
that
saw
in.
him. He was at the game last night. He said he's going. Coach Edmondson, Mike, is a
Yeah.
big time Vanderbilt.
Is he
fan.
really? Okay.
He
He's a
is
loyal
a
fan.
Okay.
big
All right.
loyal.
fan.
He and about his whole family will be there today.
He don't like
You
your
won't-
shirt, I don't think.
You won't find a bigger fan of that quarterback at Vanderbilt than this man right here. He loves.
Oh, I do
Bobby.
too.
He
I
does.
do too.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Hey, I like him.
All right.
He's gutsy.
Yeah.
Oh, he is
He's
gutsy.
gutsy. He's
Hey,
a fighter.
Vanderbilt's been miserable for years. You got to feel good for
That's
them
right.
to do what they've done, and things have
All right.
changed now. NIL, I think's helped Vanderbilt too.
Coach D talking about the 3: Vanderbilt, Alabama, and Auburn.
Auburn had a big win last night. 2 touchdown wins.
Sure did.
2
sure did.
touchdown wins.
Not much of a rivalry with Kentucky when you beat them 21 years in a row. SEC won't allow it. Or we could go back to playing Ole Miss. I
I've
still
heard South
think
Carolina
Kentucky.
bannered around. a
I
little
still
bit, too.
think Kentucky is honestly a true. You take the 2 programs, the whole life of them. That's a rivalry.
That's a rivalry.
Going
The
back
beer barrel,
50 years.
man,
But
there's
you
just-
can
it's a
see a
big
school
rivalry.
like Alabama complaining when you give them Auburn or
Yeah,
LSU,
yeah.
Tennessee.
Well, it is what it is.
It is, but you can see Alabama's not going to care for it. Florida's not going to like what they get for sure because it's probably going to be what
Yeah.
Georgia. I don't know who else they'll
Well,
give.
they're
them.
going to want Georgia.
Guys, let's shift into some pro football here, and I know we got a lot to talk about on that. We're running short on time, but throw the trivia question out one more time, Bill.
Okay. Titans Oilers history. What team did Bum Phillips, Earl Campbell, and Kenny Stabler end their NFL careers with?
All right. Y'all think about that while we hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
All righty. Run that trivia question one more time.
One more time. Titans Oilers history. What team did Bum Phillips, Earl Campbell, and Kenny Stabler finish their NFL careers with? It's the same team, all three of them.
All right. Y'all think about that, and we're going to jump into the NFL news of the week. Go ahead.
Michael Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers for 2 number 1 picks and 3-time Pro Bowler defensive tackle Kenny Clark.
I think it's a good trade for both.
I think
Because here's the thing: the Packers are close. The Packers are close. This might put them over the edge. Dallas,
wait a second.
Dallas is nowhere near close. This sets him up for later.
Yeah,
I think it's a good trade.
You're saying that because of 2 first-round picks.
No, I'm saying it because you can't pay a person that much money and it not hurt your locker room.
Well,
everybody on the team now is going to be going,
hey,
this guy's making $47 million. Where's mine?
When Kenny Clark left, they had just re-upped Kenny Clark for a big. He's gonna be a big hit on the cap. So that went away. So the cap hit with Parson is not near as big as you're thinking because Kenny Clark took some of that with him to Dallas.
4 years, $188 million. It's a lot of money with 136 other guaranteed.
What's the salary cap doing every year? It's getting bigger and it's getting bigger. In a few years, I think it's anytime you make a trade, both sides have got to be happy.
I think
Dallas is going to be happy for what they get. I know Green Bay's happy for what they get because they've got a lot of they're still the youngest team in NFL, and they've got the majority of their team locked up for 4 more years.
Question: how much do they have in their checkbook after this deal?
It's
not going to affect them.
You think they would have done it if it would have?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen people just count on one player putting them over the edge, and they are disappointed.
He's got to stay healthy for it to happen.
Well, but how much of it's guaranteed?
136 million. 136.
120.
It's 136 is what it really is because it was 120.
The Cowboys are accumulating picks so they can parlay this into Arch Manning. They're going to get Arch Manning. That's exactly what they're going to
do. What? It's not like those picks are going. Yeah, they're first round picks, but they're probably going to. Green Bay's pick this year was 25th.
Right.
But when you got 2 of them, you can move up.
I'll give you these 2 and I'll move up.
That's right. I'm thinking
what they're going to do.
Well, then here's the thing. Now you're going to go back and say, well, is that good for Dallas? Because they just gave up 2 first round picks to get this one.
I will say, if y'all hadn't watched it, Jerry Jones catches flack, and I get it. But that press conference he gave was outstanding.
Yeah.
Well,
he said, maybe I shouldn't have done it.
He didn't lose his cool.
No,
but you know what he said, though? Go ahead.
He said, I talked to him. Maybe I should have talked to his agent. I was going to pay him $40.5 million for 4 years, and I was more guaranteed.
No, he was
money
going to say 5 years, wasn't it?
5 years. 5 years. You're correct. And he says, and then he goes to his agent, comes back, now let's start negotiating. And I think Jerry didn't like it.
Yeah.
Number 2. Michael Parsons is a liability against the run. I don't know that he's a complete football player because teams run right at him. He's a wonderful pass rusher. How is he going to respond to getting paid? There was a Tennessee Titan. We all remember who he was, a defensive tackle.
Godzilla.
And he had the greatest year in maybe as a D tackle history. He got paid by the Redskins. What did he do after that?
Vanished.
Now, I think what set Michael Parsons and the Cowboys off with him was he shows up, he does too much social media, too much Twitter, and too much Facebook in the comments. I don't know how well that's going to go on in a small town like Green Bay. But when he went out there and got on the cart
That's the
and
point.
fell asleep during practice, I think that set everybody off wrong.
Right there.
I'm gonna tell you, you talk about what Jerry Jones said. What was great is you was listening to it. Did you hear what he said? We needed to get rid of Parsons. We needed to get a good run stopper.
Yeah.
Because when we're behind, we got to stop the run. When we're behind, we got to stop the run. What's that telling you? When we're behind, we got to stop the
They're
run.
planning on being behind.
I'm glad Jerry realized he's not going to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why it was better to go
Well,
and move
it's
the
under.
Here's Green Bay. Green Bay love Kenny Clark to death, and everybody up there does too. He's in his 10th year.
Yep, he's 29. And 30.
And Parsons is in his prime.
Mhm.
He's in his prime.
Correct.
He's got 4 more years. He's just turned 26, and they're all. I mean, this is not a 1 year.
No.
They didn't do a team like the Tennessee Titans or some of these other teams that didn't have a foundation, everything built just
Right.
Packers
right.
are ready. They're
Couldn't-
ready.
The Packers
Yeah.
are not for just this year,
Right.
for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But how
and
do you
this
pay
one feels
Dak
right
Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Parsons? There is a cap. And if you're paying
You
three
had to get
guys
rid of
$50
somebody.
million,
Yeah.
that's $150 million to 3
Well,
players.
but-
The math don't work.
I'm glad you didn't say the Packers.
No, I'm talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
You've already paid big money to 2
well,
players.
they were looking to do it.
Yes, they were. I
Back
don't see how it
to
works.
when Jerry
Cincinnati's doing it.
back to when Jerry Jones was saying we gotta stop the run when we're behind. I mean, he's acknowledging that they are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
that's what he's saying,
And-
and we've got to rebuild. Is what he's saying.
And what he referred to all his comments. Well, this is the Herschel Walker. This is going to be like the no, it ain't
nowhere
going to be
near
like
that.
the Herschel Walker.
There's a whole lot more picks there.
This ain't
You're not
nowhere.
getting
I am
five
going to
guys
say this.
Walker.
Mr. Parsons probably is making, Jerry brought this up in another interview. He's making less money probably in Green Bay. And here's why. One, there's a state income tax in Wisconsin. There's not in Texas. But the big reason is, and he told Dak Prescott this, when you are the quarterback or you play for the Cowboys, the endorsement deals that you get outside of football for the fact you've got that star, you're making more money just because of that. And that's a fact.
Here, you'll see. You'll see. What would you pay? What would you pay to have a chance for your Titans to have a chance to play late round? I mean, but for the next 4 years, I think it's
going to take more than Parsons.
It's going to take. I agree,
Titans.
but I don't think it'll take that much for.
Yeah, they're
because
closer.
The Titans' defense was in the top 5 of the NFL last year.
Well, it won't be this year. I'll tell you that right now.
I tell you what, we'll. You want to
You
come
know,
back at the end of the season?
Yeah,
If
sure
with
you've
that?
got the best, if you've got the best defense, 5th best in the NFL, and you go 3-14, what's that say about your offense?
Mm.
Woo!
Hey, we'll see a week from Sunday when they give up 30, 40 points to
All right.
Denver, how good that
All right.
defense is.
What
Denver.
we got-
I'm talking about the Packers.
Any
Oh,
NFL
Packers
news?
got good
We've got an
defense.
answer
Yeah, that's what I'm
from
talking
Mike
about.
Edmondson on our trivia question.
All right, good.
Read the
All right.
trivia question one more time.
Trivia question. Titans Oilers history. What team did Bum Phillips, Earl Campbell, and Kenny Stabler finish their NFL careers with?
And Mike Evans says the New Orleans
And
Saints.
he is correct.
100% correct.
David Thomas got that in about 30 seconds on the phone this week. You knew it immediately.
Yeah. I remember him.
Y'all cheat. They cheating on us.
I remember-
Hey, y'all remember-
No, it wasn't no Twitter.
Inside.
It wasn't no Twitter. It wasn't no
Hey, we know
Twitter.
why-
I
we know why
remember.
we're on this
That's
side of
right.
the table now.
I remember Kenny Stabler. I remember George Blanda back when he played. He looked like my granddaddy when he
Well,
finished.
here's the
Well, Kenny looked like my
was
great
Kenny
granddaddy.
Stabler playing for the New Orleans
He
Saints.
was.
Yes, and he was.
And
uh,
Earl Campbell couldn't
limping
walk.
around.
He
They
already
couldn't
did.
even run.
Earl Campbell was
They
shot
was-
too.
Oh,
They
I
were
was
both
thinking,
shot.
what team did they play?
No,
Not what
play
team
for.
were they playing
playing
for?
four.
I
And
was
Bum
thinking,
was
And
the
Bum
head
was the head
coach.
coach.
Yeah,
He brought him over,
I
thought
agree.
he was going to rejuvenate, and that lasted about a year.
Yeah.
Congratulations, coach.
You don't win anything, but you can brag.
Hey,
All right,
yeah,
go
how
up,
about
you
that?
can go. You can go up to
Coach has got
Vanderbilt
both of
today.
them. Robbie,
He can go
Yeah,
up.
Coach Evans.
He can go to Vanderbilt today and root on your Pavio and whatever his name is. Well, you know his name. How do you pronounce it?
How you pronounce it, Jason?
Say it.
France, of course, buddy.
Javier.
Oh,
All right.
Todd Bobo's laughing somewhere right now, buddy.
All right, okay.
He's
We
enjoying
don't
the
say
show.
anything else.
No, please don't.
Don't stop right there.
I'll
Don't
keep
say.
it quiet.
All right.
Keep it quiet.
Have we got any other news that we need to talk about, guys? I think we're about done.
We're about done.
Yeah.
Let's say this though: the Titans signed Shy Tuttle, a former Tennessee ball defensive
Yeah.
tackle. I thought that was a good move for the Titans. They got an interesting player from Alabama, Jalen Armour Davis, that the Ravens cut. He played for Alabama. He was a third-round pick. He stayed hurt a little bit, but there was 4 teams that put in a waiver for this kid. If he can stay healthy, he's 6'1", 200 pounds, runs a 4.39 40, and he plays corner. They compare him to Dre Kirkpatrick. I thought that was a good move. What's interesting to me was we didn't pick up a quarterback and we didn't get another running back.
Yeah.
That's because let's just hope Cam Ward stays healthy all year.
So we're just carrying 2
Oof,
on the
it's
roster.
gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But they're not carrying a practice team.
Yeah, they put Simeon. They brought him
Simeon
back.
back in. Yeah.
We got to have a practice team.
Yeah. But we got
NFL
2
starts
on
next
the-
week,
Yeah.
Yep.
and we'll let the fun begin at Denver.
Yep.
That's a rough way to start.
Yep.
The rough
It
place,
is
and
a
then you
rough
got the
place to
Rams
start.
week 2. The NFL didn't do them any favors. Start the year off.
Well, you got the Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. I say you're wearing Lions colors today.
Thanks,
That's
Coach
Moore
Stratton.
County. That's Moore County.
Coach Stratton, thank you for the hat, buddy.
All right, that's Bill Belichick over here.
Yeah.
That's Bill
He plays on
Belichick.
Monday.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting too on Monday when they play TCU to see how that looks with Bill Belichick
Right.
in North Carolina.
Well,
That'll be
let's-
interesting.
Let's positively encourage our
Yeah,
teams
yes.
this week. Shovel at Franklin, Cascade at Summertown, and community hosting.
Win or lose.
Win or lose.
Win or
Let's get-
lose.
Let's
get
get
behind
them
them.
in a positive manner.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And we thank our sponsors once again, First Bank here in Shelbyville, and
Kincaid.
Service.
Company.
where service is their middle name. Have a great holiday.